Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Now today's video we're going to talk about 3 players in particular which I feel like Luton need to sell in the summer transfer window, because I just don't think they're going to play at all really, and if they do it'd be very little throughout the season. And we're going to start in the goalkeeper department, and I feel like the one player which we need to let go is Tim Krul. I don't think he's performed well in a Luton shirt. Every time I watch him play, I don't actually feel comfortable with him in goal. Despite how experienced he is, despite the amount of Premier League appearances, I feel like he's a goalkeeper that is just simply on the decline. And I understood why we brought him in for that experience, and maybe he has done that behind the scenes, but the performances and what I've seen from him, it's just not really good enough really. And the other 3 goalkeepers, Kaminsky, Walton and also Shea, I thought I've done better. I know Shea's only played literally 1 game, but he signed a new deal, so he's not going to go. Walton kept lots of clean sheets in Scotland on his loan deal, and Kaminsky, we know how good he was in the Premier League. If he had a better defence in front of him, he would have kept more clean sheets, and he made some amazing saves. So for me, it looks clear that Krul is going to go, I feel like, in this summer transfer window. It's either him or Walton, in my opinion. Both players under contract. We may have to accept a loss in value over the transfer which we made just to get rid of him, but I don't see the point in paying a player to sit on the bench or not feature at all throughout the season. Maybe a loan deal or a permanent transfer needs to happen in the summer, but out of the 4 goalkeepers, I would let Krul go. The next player which I feel like we probably need to sell, because I don't think Rob Edwards likes him, and that's Alan Campbell. Alan Campbell hasn't been a massive part of Rob Edwards' plans since he's been a Luton manager. Last season he got sent out on loan to Millwall, rarely featured, and he was there for all season really. Bit of a concern, because under Nathan Jones, Alan Campbell was brilliant, and I feel like Charlton, if they had the the availability to bring him to the club, I feel like they could afford him. I feel like that would be a really good transfer for him. But it's whether or not Alan Campbell wants to drop to League One. 2, he may want to go back to Scotland. And 3, he may actually want to fight for a position in the team. In the midfield at Luton, we are quite light. But I just don't think he suits the way Rob Edwards likes to play. I feel like his best position is as a defensive midfielder, very similar to Nakamba, but he likes to play further forward. I don't think he offers enough going forward in the attacking aspect. I don't think he has the technical ability to do much, which is quite funny to say, because I feel like Pelly offers more, and a lot of people may disagree with me on that. But I just don't see him playing ahead of Pelly, Nakamba, and the other midfielders which we're probably going to bring in the summer transfer window. Clark as well, I don't see him doing more than Clark. So I feel like that's quite an obvious player that we kind of need to let go, because is he going to play? I just don't think he is, and what's the point in keeping players if they're not going to feature within the team? And after what happened last year at Millwall, it doesn't look good for Alan and Campbell's career. So I feel like he needs to go to a place where he's going to feel loved again. And I feel like Charlton under Nathan Jones could be a real good possibility, or going back to Scotland where he done extremely well at Motherwell. But yes, I just don't see him playing at all really in the throughout the Championship season. And the last player which I feel like we should probably let go, which is in an area which we're highly packed out, is in the attacking section, and that is Woodrow. Woodrow obviously came for our academy. We let him go at such a young age. He's returned back, and I do like Woodrow, I really do. And I just don't think he's going to get ahead of the strikers which we've currently got at the football club. I don't see him getting ahead of Morris. Don't see him getting ahead of Elijah, Brown. You've got other attacking players as well. I know Woodrow can play slightly as a number 10, but I feel like his best position is with another striker. I feel like he does have a good relationship with Morris. Apparently he's the best finisher at the club. Of course we haven't really seen much of that, because I don't think he's had a fair run in the side. And to be fair, when I do see him, I feel like sorry for him at times, because sometimes the game doesn't go his way. I think he's a certain type of player where when it goes for you, you see why you've signed him, if that makes sense. But when things go against you and you need to do the hard gritty stuff, chase a game or defend a game out, I just don't think he's that type of player really. And from what I've seen from Rob Edwards when he makes these substitutions, yeah, Woodrow comes on quite regularly, but when we are light in that area, he's kind of like last pick to actually start. So I don't see a future with him, and in an area which we're highly packed out in attackers, I just don't see him getting first team football, and I feel like he would need to move on to get that first team football. Otherwise, he's just going to be a rotation player, and he would only feature if we have a massive injury crisis in the attacking spots. But hopefully we don't have that in this championship season. But I just don't see him playing. I do like him. He's had a few moments where he's shown his quality, but I feel like for a lot of Luton fans, that's not been enough, and we need to see more. But at the same time, I understand from his perspective, he needs a run in a team alongside another striker. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get that. So yeah, those are the 3 players I feel like Luton need to let go in the summer transfer window. Let me know down in the comment section of the video which players you would let go in the summer transfer window who are currently under contract. And yeah, hopefully we start bringing in a couple of players in the next couple of weeks, and we can start getting really excited for this championship season that is coming up, and hopefully try and climb back to the Premier League. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next video.